Hello, babies.
Hello.
Boo.
It was fucking terrible.
Instant reaction from Game 6, NBA Finals, Celtics loss. I don't even know what the final score was.
Something to something, not enough.
Biggest takeaway. 3-4 takeaways.
I think one of mine is going to be one of yours.
Okay.
103.90 was the score.
Closer than it was. Let me okay, biggest takeaway, immediate takeaway. You came out 14-2, and then you gave up a 21-0 run. First time it's happened in 50 years of the finals. At that point in time, I think everyone had the same thought, which is what a disgusting, sackless display with Game 6 NBA Finals on your home court. They got booed. Applause, Boston.
Yeah.
Way to stay true to yourselves, Boston. You booed your home team in the NBA Finals, and they earned it. They earned that boo. Matt Damon in Saving Private Ryan. They earned it. That was number one takeaway from this game. However, they did make a comeback. They did make several comebacks, which leads me to my other biggest takeaway, and this is the whole series. They used up all of their goodwill in their experience in playing above their heads about 3 games ago. They all of their composure went out the door, went out the window, and those bad habits and that bullshit that we saw last year that we hated so much started creeping back into this team. And we saw that on full display tonight, and we saw that in Game 4. We saw that in the fourth quarter, Game 5. They just completely lost composure. Steph Curry willed that team to a championship. He knew what he needed to do, and that team knew what they needed to do. They just had to execute. The Celtics were fucking lost. Midway through Game 4, fourth quarter, Game 5, wherever you want to take it, they were deer in headlights. Deer in fucking headlights. Which brings me to, I think, my third takeaway. Jayson Tatum. Who's a top 5 player in the world? All NBA first team. Jayson Tatum.
Did he play tonight?
Points in the fourth quarter. Did he play tonight? I don't think so. That guy, he needs to learn. He needs to take yet another step in his offensive game. And I think I've chronicled that on this show multiple times. We'll do it again next week. I got thoughts on it. But his disappearance in these last several games obviously is key to their loss. And then my final, go ahead.
What happened to the Mamba mentality that you idolized Kobe Bryant and his game and all that? Kobe Bryant would be rolling around in his grave right now if he could see this fucking game, because Tatum disappeared once again. And on your home court, like you said, just didn't show up.
He might have had the mentality. He took shots. He tried in the fourth to get shots off in the fourth quarter. Andrew Wiggins owned him. Andrew Wiggins, former number 1 overall pick, Andrew Wiggins owned Jayson Tatum in this series, specifically in the fourth quarter. And then in this game, he might have had the mentality, but he lacked the skills. Someone called into 98.5 this week and said, Jayson Tatum's wearing the armband and talking a lot about Kobe. It'd be nice if he fucking played like him. And then brings me to my final point in this whole thing. And I'm coming full circle on the Boston Celtics and their next step and what they need to do, all the way from the bubble to snip-snapping on this, to snip-snapping back to the beginning of this season, saying this is the first move you have to make. I'm trading Marcus Smart as fast as fucking possible. Tell me the return. Look, Marcus Smart, I'll do this one more time. I'll probably do this 1,000 more times. Marcus Smart's a good NBA player. He won the Defensive Player of the Year award for a reason. He's good at defense. That didn't make a fucking lick of difference. Steph Curry averaged 30-something points, so it didn't make a bit of difference that he won Defensive Player of the Year. He is not a true point guard. He has just as many bad turnovers as everybody else. He cannot control an offense. He's 8 years in this league. He is what he is. He still continues to think he's Allen Iverson. And when the chips were down, your quote unquote heart and soul of this team, you were down 8,
walking back,
and you threw a terrible turnover, and he walked back with 6 minutes left. Absolute final nail in that coffin. Marcus Smart needs to be removed from this team if they really want to take the final step in this. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Show me the return. They have to get a good return for it. But those are my 4 takeaways here as the Celtics season comes to an end. Obviously, we're going to be overwhelmingly negative after that performance. But I guess the season's a success. Do you have anything on my takeaways, or do you want to go from there?
No, I that was my takeaway. Trade Marcus Smart. I had it with him. I mean, you're not a point guard. You think you're the heart and soul. You think you're bigger and better than you really are. You're not. Like you said, trade him, see what you get back for return. But I would like to see Derek White. I like how he can come off the bench. If you can get a true point guard to, start in this lineup, it would be great. And have Derek White continue coming off the bench to be that spark plug. But yeah, Marcus Smart has worn out his welcome in Boston. It's time to go.
Speaking of moves in the offseason, we'll get to it, I'm sure. But their bench, I think, was a -50 at one point in this game.
-51.
They don't have a bench. They don't have a bench. A lot of areas need to be addressed. So we don't have to take up too much time here. It's late. But just in terms, a quick synopsis, your quick immediate reaction of the Celtics season overall.
Amazing. I'd go amazing.
Successful season.
Very successful.
Very successful season.
No one thought that would be there.
Do you remember what your prediction was? I think you had him going to the NBA Finals because I think you always have him going to the NBA Finals. So
hey, you got to be right. You got to be right once in a while. But yeah,
I think I had him dropping in this, like when the season started. I think I had him losing in the second round. I think Bill had him losing in the play-in.
No,
I had him going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I had him top 4.
Bill had him in the losing in the play-in.
That's right. You still have to eat a cum cookie because I had him in the top 4, and
on the top 2 in the whole league.
Hey man, look, that your best player is 24 years old. I'll give a golf clap to Jaylen, even though those turnovers are horrible.
Those are bad turnovers.
He was the only guy playing with some balls out there. I feel like him and
Horford
at times. I was going to say Horford at times.
Horford
hit big shots.
Yeah.
But he's soft as shit too. Like you have Steph Curry on you and he's passing out. He's getting turnovers off Steph. Oh God, what a frustrating.
Bench is too small. Peyton Pritchard. I mean, you got to get rid of either Derek White or Peyton Pritchard. That bench is way too small. You need to get some pure shooters that are like small forwards or shooting guards that are more than 6 feet tall. So that's my big things that you need to address in this offseason. Trade Marcus Smart, dress your bench.
Their wing depth was an issue to start the season.
I'm wondering if Al Horford comes back. I mean, I know he's going to get a big payday. But
he's coming back. They fully guaranteed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Is it 19 or is it 27?
27 because they made it to the finals.
Yeah, so they guaranteed him. It's an expiring deal. It can be moved, but I would move Marcus Smart before I'd move Al Horford.
No, I'm wondering if he'll retire. I mean,
no. He won't. He's not giving up that money. He went to Philadelphia and just for the money. He's not giving up $27 million on a place he actually likes to be. And they should be the favorites in the East probably to start next year.
Well, it's the NBA. Anything can happen, and lots of players can move, and we'll see what happens. So, but hopefully now with us going to the finals, this brings us that rapport that the veterans want to sign here for, the vet minimum, so we can start
that. And you got the All NBA first teamer and Jayson Tatum, who's got the endorsements, and you're lined up to get some vet minimum buyout type of deals. You're lined up to trying to get those veterans, and maybe that's what they need, because at the end of the day, it really was lack of composure, lack of experience, no NBA playoff game experience at all. Just absolutely caught up to them. They haven't lost. Yeah. They didn't lose 2 games in a row for months. Never mind 3. I don't think they've lost 3 games in a row since Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say last year.
So that was just composure. I texted you. I think it was yesterday. Jayson Tatum. Was probably going to fall in somewhere in the top 10 of minutes played in a playoff run at 1,000.
Yeah,
he clearly. I mean, his shots were short. He was getting blocked by Andrew Wiggins. Obviously, his legs were tired or heavy or whatever. So yeah, frustrating game to watch. Disappointing end of the season. However, I think we can call it a success overall.
Oh, absolutely, because no one thought they'd be here except for me.
Too much crying from Steph. in that on the court.
Way too much crying. What a
Come
bitch.
on, man! Like
Dude.
it's your 4th time here. Like I
Yeah,
get
cool,
it.
You got the MVP. Yeah, you worked hard to get back here, but you've done this before.
Nobody thought we'd be here. Like, come on, dude! You're a 3-time champion. Like, act like you've been there.
Yeah.
Act like you've been there.
You had a pretty easy run to the finals, just like we did with everyone getting hurt. So it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, whatever. Good for him. Cemented his legacy. So whatever.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.